Hola estudiantes. Okay, so I had an idea today of something that you probably already thought about, and all of a sudden I've seen it so many times, but today I had the idea of putting all these three together, which is the different types of say. I'm sure that, now we have done, let's say first we did the reflexive. That's usually the most common one that we do before anything, so I'm going to put them on the board now. But now, last week we saw the se as an indirect object when it goes together with the direct object in the third person singular and plural, which is that se lo, se la, se lo, se las. Now in this lesson, chapter 8, we're going to see another se, which is the se impersonal. So all of a sudden when I was looking at that, it just occurred to me that you poor things must be thinking, okay, these Spanish people are crazy because they use the se, one word, S-E, in many different places, but it means many different things. So why do they do this? We're going to clarify that, okay? Ready? Okay. Here's my chalk, my clean board. Okay, so we're going to divide it into, let's put the se reflexive first. Okay, I'm not going to draw the line yet in case I need some room. So the se reflexive was one of those that we learned at the very beginning. I don't remember, I think it was in the elementary one, I don't know what chapter. And it's the one that was me ducho, te duchas, se ducha. So in the third person singular and plural and usted was se. Se lava las manos, okay? So that was the reflexive se. Let's put here se ducha. And remember that again, let's just review, like I said, it could be he showers, she showers, and then if it was se duchan, they shower, okay? Usted se ducha, it could be, okay, usted se lava las manos, okay? Even sometimes it meant something that a verb like to go, va, se va, like leave. So if you added that reflexive, so you have va a la biblioteca, that he leaves for the library, he goes to the library, sorry, va a la biblioteca. But se va, when you added the reflexive, it meant leaving. So sometimes adding the reflexive changed the meaning. Another example that was very typical was the one with dormir. Duermo 8 horas is I sleep 8 hours, but se durmió a las 8 is he fell asleep. So that se changed the meaning of dormir into fall asleep. Okay, that's a little bit of a review of the reflexive, which was for elementary one. Now we're going to take a look at the one very quickly because we just did this. That was for the se lo, se las, okay? But we're going to put it here for those of you who are on YouTube and are not in my class, so you're wondering what we're talking about. Okay, so the IO with the DO, which is indirect object and then direct object, when we put them together in the third person singular and the third person plural, and usted and ustedes, basically we have this combination, se lo, se la, se los, y se las. Remember that these guys were the substitutes of le and les, and we do not use the le and les together with these guys, but they work this way, okay? This was actually for when you were talking about anybody, didn't matter, girls, boys, okay, it was mixed, so you didn't have to worry about the gender because it was the neutral E. This was referring to the thing that we were, let's say the lesson or the joke, se lo, to him, to her, to them, to you guys, etc. Okay? Very quick review. Okay. Now, let me leave a little more room here. The one that we're going to see in this chapter later on, a couple of weeks, is the se impersonal. Very easy, so you don't have to worry. But at least I'm putting them all in one big basket now so that you can remember or think, why is the professora putting all these se's in the textbook? And there's maybe a little more, but not too much more, okay? You will see if you take intermediate with me. So this one basically is a very funny one that doesn't really mean any, like if you were to, let's put here, impersonal se, okay? That's what it's called, impersonal se. If you were to translate it, I was going to say, it doesn't really have a translation per se. Okay, that's another se. I shouldn't use another se, I'm sorry. But as it is, it doesn't really have a translation into English. It's only used when you want to say something impersonally. For example, when you go to Spain to a restaurant and they tell you that they serve paella there. So they serve paella, they're going to put on the board or outside to attract you. They're going to say, we serve paella. But in English, it would be the equivalent of paella is served here. So basically, when in English you do it in the passive voice, you say is served. You're not saying who serves it. You say, oh, paella is served. Or they say we speak English here. English is spoken here. We do that with se. Okay. Basically, that's why it's called impersonal. Because you want to take away who does it. We do it mainly because it's like this is done like this here. No, it really says who does it. And also, it's a way to make it more formal. So when you put that in a restaurant or something, like for example, prohibited to smoke here. We're going to use the se. I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's go for the restaurant with the paella. Okay, yummy. And so, se sirve paella. And then this, sorry, sirve. This verb, so you're going to put the se first, just like that. So basically it's like a formula that you're going to remember, right? And this is going to be in the singular third person, sirve. Why? Because just like the verb gustar, there's only one thing, okay? Paella. Now let's put a plural one. For example, mariscos, which are, mariscos are, I think you call them shellfish, okay? If, let's say they tell you that today they serve mariscos, then because mariscos is plural, okay, it's going to be sirven in plural. So basically, let me repeat, you're going to say se, sirven in plural, okay, this was singular because it was just one thing, and then mariscos plural, okay, se sirven mariscos. Let's do the, we speak English here, or English is spoken here, eh? Se habla inglés. Okay, so you'll see this a lot because as a tourist, you want to go to a restaurant that hopefully somebody will speak, not you because you're studying Spanish, but some tourists, they don't speak Spanish and they want English to be spoken. So you'll see se habla inglés, okay? O se habla ruso, or here you see se habla español in places so that Spanish people can go and understand, okay? Se habla. Now, when you say no, let's go to the smoking one that we said, you'll see things like this, no se fuma. Basically, literally, no se fuma, and this will be like the sign that you will see everywhere, is one doesn't smoke here. And this is the part of the impersonal that I'm talking about. It is used for this impersonal announcement, so to speak. No se fuma, no se bebe alcohol, no se anda en patinete. You know, you cannot go with the skateboards, etc. Because you are announcing that something, it's not done. Again, done. In English, it's the passive voice, done. So no se fuma. No se habla. Not speaking here, no se habla. So this, it's like very formal. So here's your three ses. I'm giving you just a little bit of a summary. Hopefully I have not confused you even more than before. I hope not. Okay, and so let's keep doing the videos because you guys are telling me that they're very useful. So here I am, and I'll be right back tomorrow or after tomorrow with another video, okay? Okay, good.